Welcome to Sinbin Stream tonight in NHL hockey action. We start off in Tampa, Florida. St. Louis Blues at Tampa Bay Lightning. In net tonight, the regular number ones, Jordan Binnington and Andrei Vasilevsky. All right, just double check on the audio real quick. All right, Bennington is 7-8-6, 3.41 goals against average, 8.73 save percentage, and no shutouts. His backup, or doesn't look like a backup, just splitting time. Joel Hofer actually has 3 shutouts. For the Lightning, Andrei Vasilevsky is 12-7-2, and they just took it down. Hello, Piggy Wiggly. Hello, Oliver. Yep. We'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, they just took down the numbers, so I wasn't able to read out all of Vasilevsky's. All right, this is the first of 2 meetings. Game 2 will be in St. Louis, January 16th. All right, the Lightning's blue is not really that dark. I wonder if they darkened it up because they're playing the Blues tonight. So the Lightning start out with Holmberg, Cirelli, Girgensons on their forward line, and defensive pairing of Radish and Moser, again in front of Vasilevsky. For the Blues, they start out with Buchnevich, Thomas, and Berggren, and the defensive pairing of Fowler and Mayu in front of Binnington. Yeah, we'll have to look up some of these pronunciations. I apologize. And then after this game, we will have the Blue Jackets at Kings, 9:05. Columbus at Los Angeles, so just under 3 hours. They're going to be set to start, I think, in less than a minute here. All right, which side of the camera are we on? Vasilevsky, 12-7-2, 238 goals against, 913 save percentage, 1 shutout. And he's number 88. Binnington is number 50, 7-8-6 record, 341 goals against, and 873 save percentage, no shutouts. All right. Should be just about set here. Hey, Gracie. Hello. Thanks for being here. Face off. Lightning win it. Radish in his own end. The Lightning are going left to right in all blue. The Blues are in white, going right to left. Into the near corner for the Lightning. Radish manages to keep it in, and it's tipped in, or did he send it in from the blue line? We got a goal for the Bolts. Either Radish sent it in from the blue line, or no, it looks like Holmes tipped it in. Number 29. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, Holmberg. Sorry. Yeah, just inside the slot, near those little marks on the face-off circle. and he directed it glove side high under the near, inside the near post and under the bar as Binnington was favoring the outside post. So 1-0 Lightning early. We're back underway. They didn't show the draw. Hey, congrats to Buffalo. Is that 6 or did I miscount? All right, up the near boards. Lightning out of there. Dump it in from the red line. Binnington behind the net. Played it to the far boards and out. So Holmberg's fourth from Radish and Gergensons. Okay, yeah. Radish sent it in from the blue line, and live I didn't realize that somebody had tipped it in. Off the boards behind the net, off the back of the net. Blues couldn't send it out the far boards. Lightning make a pass to the near circle, lose the puck, and send it out. Yeah, I remember you saying 5, and I knew they had won one more, so I figured it was at least 6. All right, Braden Point, pass to Kucherov. That shot was wide behind the net, 86.7 miles per hour off the stick of number 86. Lightning dump it in, but the Blues pick it up. Blues are trying to get a line change. Lightning have it in the far boards. Kucherov loses it. Lightning pass to the near boards, skated over into the O-zone. Off the near boards on a pass. Sent behind the net. And they send it in again to the far corner. And the puck is sent to the net. I don't know if it was wide of the net, but it was a glove save by Vasilevsky. Still says, okay, NHL.com gave him a shot, but I'm wondering if that's coming up. They are ahead. Yeah, for sure, Oliver, for sure. 21 seconds into the game. All right, Blues dump it in after they win the draw. Puck is tipped out of the Lightning defensive zone over the red line. Blues counter at the red line, skated in to the far circle, sent behind the boards, picked up by the Bolts, sent to the far circle, back to the blue line, down behind the net. Binnington looking, plays it up the middle. Blues send it to the red line and lose the puck. Passed by the Lightning into the near circle. And it's deflected out. All right, under 17 minutes to go in the opening period. Pass by Tucker. Now Falk skates it. No, Tucker skates it out. Shot from the far circle is wide. Into the near boards. Kept in by Tucker. Oops. Didn't realize the goal visualizer was up. All right. Finally, it's sent out over the red line. Blues regroup in their own end. They go for a line change as well. All right, up the near boards, taken by Toropchenko. Pass got away. Lightning finally get it out of their own end. Blues in their own defensive end. Far circle. Drop pass by Toropchenko. Excuse me. Lightning have it in the near boards, send it up into the air at the red line. Taken. Pass to the near boards, to the slot. Return pass. Was that a goal or did it hit the post? I guess that hit the post and went into the netting. I thought they were signaling a goal. Oh my gosh, wide open net, and he sent it high above the bar. It may have hit the crossbar. I couldn't tell if it actually got the bar or not. It was 67 who missed. That is Declan Carlisle. That should have been another goal. Face off. I mean, they had some nice passing just outside the crease. That should have been an easy goal if he just tapped it in. All right, in behind the net, up the near boards, and finally out. Red line for the Blues. Pass gets away. Lightning send it right out. Well, looks like they took that shot away already. I think they realized that it hit the bar. Don't think Binnington touched it. Oh, somebody whiffed on a shot. That was Dastu for the Lightning. Drop pass by Point to Kucherov. That pass is into the far boards. Shot was blocked. St. Louis countering, under 15 to go. Into the near circle. Pass by... got away. They had a shot but didn't cash in. And icing on the Lightning at 14:48. 1-0 Lightning early going. Again, if you just tuned in, they got a Holmberg goal at 21 seconds into the first. A tipped-in shot from the blue line by Radish. All right. Taken behind the net, and it tried to center it just out the crease, but it gets away from the Blues without getting a shot on goal. Lightning dump it in again. Taken behind their own net for St. Louis. That was Fowler. Now it's Mayo. Or Mayu. It's probably Mayu. I gotta look that one up. Sent behind the net again. Thomas was there. Shot by the Lightning. Glove save Binnington, and he hangs on at 14-12. Now that's the second shot on goal. I need 49ers to win. If they do, Bills make the playoffs. Oh, yeah. The Colts game tonight. You're right. Gotcha. Kucherov with 43 points, the most between these two teams. All right, near circle shot. That is blocked by St. Louis. Puck is loose. Binnington out of the crease, and it's cleared out. No, it kept in. Sundqvist couldn't clear it. Now the Blues skated out, and a dump in from the red line, chased down by Toropchenko. Carlisle knocks him down. Lightning still can't get it out. Crozier sends it out. Up the near or far boards. Far circle looking. Can't get the pass off. Puck is behind the St. Louis net. Pass back to the blue line. Long shot blocked again. And that was off the stick of McDonough. And to the net. Man, who is 20? I'm blanking. Oh, Nick Paul. All right, Blues counter. That is Shen. Behind the net, into the near boards, back to the blue line. Long shot tipped into the far corner. And sent up the near boards, not out. Now the Lightning make a long pass out. Puck gets deflected right outside the crease, but lost the handle was Goncalves. And we have a penalty coming up at 12:45. It'll be a Lightning power play when we come back after the commercial break. Slashing. It is Mayu. Okay. Mayu. Mayu with the penalty. He slashed Goncalves. Sorry, I keep blanking. It's number 23. So it'll be 5-on-4 for the Lightning. St. Louis has to kill the penalty. I know it's not how NHL displays the penalties. In this scoring software, it's more like international. All right, here's the Holmberg penalty. I'm sorry, the goal. Radish will send it in. He'll deflect it right in from the slot. Yeah, he just barely kept that in, and Binnington was going blocker side to seal the far post, and he got deflected by him to the near post, glove side high. No other hockey games in progress yet. We're bringing you 2 of the 4. Blues, Lightning, Blue Jackets, Kings. If you have NHL Network, Canucks, Flyers is on. And we'll keep an eye on the score for Kraken, Ducks. Let's see the votes. We got 7 votes. 57% for the Lightning, 43% for the Blues. Thanks for being here. Hope you're enjoying early start to your holidays. Hope your shopping went well. What is up with the Toronto Maple Leafs? They've been playing bad all year. Their defense stinks. They have really bad defense. This is from the few games I've seen. That was Edmonton's issue for a while too. That, and they just don't trust Skinner. All right, the Blues, and that's why they traded him. Blues send it down the length of the ice. They're 25th in kill. Tampa is 23rd on the power play. Gensel to point. Back to Gensel. Blue line pass to Radish. Down into the near corner. Gensel. Now Kucherov. He loses it on a bad pass. And it's on net to Vasilevsky. Radish picks it up. We got 12:10 to go in the opening period. And back to the blue line. Radish, Kucherov, Gensel. Far circle, Radish. Shot blocked into the far circle. Shot by Point just outside the crease. Saved. Still got a minute to go on the power play. Kucherov in the near circle. Gensel to Point. It gets deflected behind the net. Back to the blue line. Kept in by Radish. Kucherov to Radish at the point. Bjorkstrand back to Radish. Off the near boards to Kucherov. Kucherov down low to Gensel. Back up top. Kucherov. Far circle blast was wide. Kept in at the near boards. 87.2. And another blast. That one's blocked. Radish with the rebound. Another shot. Kucherov on net. Bennington can't freeze it. And kept in by Kucherov. 14 to go on the power play. Gensel to Kucherov. Right outside the crease. Point went wide. Another blast. Radish. This one got tipped in. They capitalized late on the power play. It is 2-0 Lightning at 10:48. Looks like it's Radish's goal. Darren Radish, 8th on the power play. It may have hit a Blues player wide of the net and gone in. Yep, that's exactly. Unless it hit the bar and I'm just not seeing things. We'll see on the goal visualizer. All right, back underway. Hey, Derek, welcome. Hello. Far circle, far corner, behind the net. And is NHL.com dead again? Why do they still have the power play? Oh, no. Never mind. St. Louis is going on a power play. Never mind. Spoiler alert. Kept in at the blue line for St. Louis or Tampa. Shot and then a whistle. Didn't see it, but we've got a power play opportunity for St. Louis. Gergensons for interference. So now St. Louis's turn at the power play, and they could use one. They're down 2-0. They called interference. Oh boy! All right, we'll get the visualizer once they have it. Can't believe the Sabres won yesterday with Luukkonen in that he was on. Yeah, that was a good game. You're right. Thanks, Derek. Hello. Thanks for being here. Face off. Blues on the power play. We get the behind the net cam. Sent around behind the into the near corner, I think. Kept in at the blue line and out. Under 10 to go in the opening period. Thomas, his pass is picked off. Lightning going the other way. Centering pass misconnects. Wow, couple Lightning players get knocked down and no call, but not sure that there should have been, though. Thomas, nice pass and that shot went wide. Still 5-2 shots on goal. Binnington sends it around to the far boards to Falk. Maybe St. Louis getting some changes. We'll see. To Shen at the red line, he dumps it in. To the far corner, Parayko to Suter. Carlisle there for the Lightning. Puck gets loose into the near boards. Shen keeps it in. Near circle Suter. Suter looking. Near corner. Back to Shen. Cross-ice pass. Far shot by Dvorsky, or pass was deflected on net and then cleared down the length of the ice by the Lightning. So it should be another shot on goal for St. Louis there, I would think. Dumped in, only 20 to go on this power play for St. Louis. Lightning just cleared it. That might just about do it. They'll be lucky if they can get one more rush here. Fowler, 5 seconds, still in front of his own net. That'll do it. We're back to 5-on-5 as the Lightning player is out of the box. Behind the net, Lightning pass it to the near boards. Off a stick. Got away. Into the near side. A shot blocked. Or a blocker save. Went into the far corner. Still, Lightning can't get it out of their own end. St. Louis gets it down at the blue line, passed, and now it's sent out by Tampa. Lightning trying to get some changes. Blues trying to dump it in from the blue line. And in the far corner, Lightning send it up the near boards. No, now they pass to the far circle. I misspoke. Back to the near circle. Pass up the middle, taken in. That's Braden Point. Makes a pass off the far boards, and they turned the puck over. That was Dustu. Far circle for St. Louis. Pass to the near boards. Long shot through traffic. Don't know if that was on net. Radish in the near boards. Pass to the far red line. Dumped in from the St. Louis bench area. Binnington to the far corner. St. Louis with the puck. At the red line, they dump it in. Lightning quickly get it to Radish, who dumps it in from the red line. On net, 6:40 to go in the opening period. Up the near board, St. Louis. And Vasilevsky behind his net. Battle for the puck in the near corner now. Sent to the far corner by the Lightning. and back around up the near boards. Lightning just got tripped. Thomas will head to the box. It'll be a 5-on-4 man advantage for the Lightning again. They just cashed in on their last power play. Hello, Ron. How you doing? Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Looks like we finally get a media timeout. I'm guessing this is the under 10. I'm pretty sure we had the under 14. Oh, yeah, let's get the Radish goal visualizer. So Radish is 43. Oh, did they? Yeah, on the power play. That's right. Right up the middle. That may have hit 72 and gone in. I'll do it one more time. 72 on St. Louis is Falk, Justin Falk. It's kind of hard to tell live if it hit the post or Falk and went in. Yeah, that shot by Braden Point was wide. So Kucherov on the assist. Yeah. Kucherov and Gensel on the assist. On Radish's 8th on the power play. That was at 9:12. Holmberg, 4th goal of the year from Radish and Gergensons. He tipped in a Radish blast from the blue line 21 seconds into the game. So the Lightning are 1-for-1 on the power play. The Blues are 0-for-1. They cashed in on Logan Mayhew's slash of Goncalves. Gergenson's interference on Suter. Blues didn't do anything. And now Thomas tripped Holmberg. After the commercial break, the Lightning head back to the 5-on-4 man advantage. All right, back from commercial. Make sure we're live. Let's double check the shots too real quick. Still 5-3 Lightning shots on goal. All right. Oh. Pardon me, a little tired. They missed the draw. Come on, Tampa. The Blues won it and sent it down the length of the ice. Dump in. Oh, the Point has it to Gensel in the near circle. Back to the blue line. Radish, cross-ice pass to Bjorkstrand. Far circle, looking. Near circle, or off the near boards and out. Missed the pass to Kucherov. Bjorkstrand sent it too wide. St. Louis kind of not interfering, but just got in the way of that one pass. Now Radish finally passes to Kucherov. He loses the handle, and Point has to regroup at the red line. Point to Gensel. Bjorkstrand keeps it in at the blue line. Gensel up against the far boards to Radish at the point. Back to the blue line, over to Radish, near circle Kucherov. Down low for Gensel. Back to Kucherov. Gensel again, pass. He was trying to hit Bjorkstrand and just outside the crease, and it got deflected behind the net. And eventually cleared down the length of the ice by the Blues. That was Toropchenko on the clear. Brought up by Dastu. And that is Paul into the near boards for James. Paul behind the net. Got it to Goncalves. It's tipped to Cirelli. Dastu to James. 10 seconds on the power play. Cirelli far circle. His pass gets through to the near boards. James with the puck in the near circle. 3 seconds left. Paul to Goncalves. Return pass Penalty over. Thomas out of the box. Paul gets hit in the far corner. Blues get a pass up the far boards at the red line and dump it in. Under 4 to go. 2-0 Tampa. And they have the puck and dump it in from the red line. Dump in by Dostu. And we're having issues with the feed. Now, drop pass by St. Louis. That was Neighbors. Near boards. Long shot blocked behind the net by Fowler. Lightning get it to the neutral zone. Into the near boards. And I think they were offside. So we have a whistle. 3:28. And this will be the under 6 media timeout, I believe. All right. Don't forget tonight, 9:05, Columbus Blue Jackets at Los Angeles Kings. Then tomorrow night we'll have another doubleheader. Everyone is. I took the Blues. Wait, PL? What's PL? Well, good luck on your wager. Thanks for the comment. Again, yeah, tomorrow night should be a good one as well. Panthers at Hurricanes. They just played in Sunrise, Florida, where the Hurricanes blew a 3-0 lead with about 13 and a half to go in the third and eventually lost in a shootout. But they also, Jarvis got injured because he got tripped in this, by number 17. Rodriguez put a stick into his skate and he got knocked off balance and slammed into the goalpost. So he's out at least a week. So I'm sure there's going to be some fireworks because the Canes are possibly looking for payback. And we'll also have another Kings game, Kraken at Kings. So, and then the NHL is off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday we'll have Packers, Ravens. Friday, probably nothing. Maybe I'll pick up a game Thursday. Maybe I'll do Lions, Vikings, just because as a Packers fan, kind of want the Lions to lose in case we have any slip-ups in the last 2 weeks of the season. All right, back from commercial. Face-off won by the Blues, and they send it up the near boards down the length of the ice for icing because nobody apparently tipped it. 3:21 to go. Still 5-3 shots on goal. And again, a quick strike by the Lightning early in the game, and then a power play goal. They're Lightning are 1 for 2 on the power play. All right, far circle draw in the St. Louis defensive zone. Lightning win it, keeping it at the blue line. Dostu with a shot. Don't know if that was on target or not. May have been blocked into the far corner. Puck is sent from the near corner back to the far corner, back to the blue line. Long shot, big rebound, and we got a tripping call coming up on St. Louis. Looks like it'll be on 75, and that is Tyler Tucker. Yep, tripping on Tucker. Third power play of the game coming up. He just sent his left skate under the legs, or his left leg under the legs of, who is that, Goncalves? No, Gensel, pardon me, wrong G last name. Yeah, hey, well, that's cool. Huge Packer fan here. Yeah, I got plenty of upset about it too. But all right, the Blues clear it down the length of the ice. 6-3 shots on goal, under 3 to go. Opening period. Point in the far boards. And St. Louis gets it and clears it down the length of the ice. Not much going on yet in the Lightning power play. This power play, 120 on the power play still left for Tampa. Gensel to the far boards, Bjorkstrand back to the blue line, Radish, Bjorkstrand to the far corner, Gensel behind the net, Goncalves to Radish, back to Goncalves, Gensel, Goncalves near circle, down low, Gensel centers, it gets deflected into the near corner. Back to Goncalves. Cross ice pass to Radish. Back to Goncalves. His shot is blocked. Rebound also into the far boards. And cleared down the length of the ice. Vasilevsky waiting behind the net. 33 seconds to go. Tampa power play. Drop pass. Pass to the near boards over the red line. Paul. He drops it to the blue line, and Dastu misses it, and this will just about do it. They got time for one last rush with 14 seconds. Dastu at the red line dumps it in. Thought Tampa might have been offsides. Gord. They turn it over. Gord got the puck stolen from him into the near circle shot. Big save and held on by Vasilevsky at 102 or 101. The power play is over. Don't think if Tampa got a shot, it was only one, but I don't think they registered a shot on that power play. Gord turned it over, and a great shot or a great scoring opportunity for Sundqvist. I think it hit Vasilevsky in the chest, and he held on or froze it. Under a minute to go in the opening period. Puck is in the far circle, near circle shot on a great pass. Big rebound, loose in the slot. Kept in at the blue line, off the boards, sent to the far corner. And St. Louis keeps it in at the blue line, dumps it behind the Tampa net. Blues, Shen passes it. It goes over the blue line into their own zone. It'll have to be picked up by Falk and sent up the far boards. And Falk gets it sent right back to him. And the Blues are completing their line change. Fowler dumps it in. Vasilevsky to the far corner. The puck is behind the Tampa net, centered right up the middle, but no Blues in sight. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1, taken behind the St. Louis net, and that is the end of the first period. 2-0 Tampa so far. Let's get the second period clock started. Yeah. All right. So we showed you the goal visualizers. 3 penalties on the Blues, 1 on Tampa. 6-5 shots as of now for Tampa. 8-6 face-offs, St. Louis. 0 for 1 power play, St. Louis. 1 for 3, Tampa. Hits, 8-3 Blues. 8-4 blocked shots, Blues. 5-2 giveaways, Blues. 2-0 takeaways, Lightning. And this is game 1 of the 2-game series. Game 2 and the rematch and finale in St. Louis, January 16th. Yeah, maybe we can check out. Oh, yeah, I can watch that game on my phone, too, and keep an eye on it. All right, Canucks Flyers still didn't start yet. Huh. Wonder what's going on. Well, let's get the goaltenders in that game. We got Demko in net for Vancouver, and Vladar in net, of course, for Philly. Yeah, other than shots, really, and it's close. Yeah, they out-hit, they out-blocked shots, but they had more giveaways. That's the one problem. Actually, they changed the face-offs. It's 7-7, so that's 50-50 now. They must have just made an edit or added something. St. Louis had a rough start to the year. I'm sure they're playing a little better than what they had been playing. Parlay of Canucks and Blues. Oh, that's what PL is. Puck line. I didn't even realize. Let's see. Yeah, okay, they're underway. 19-12 to go in the first. No score yet. Canucks Flyers. Well, good luck on the parlay. Yeah, again, we'll have Blue Jackets Kings following. Oh, let me get the timer up. Pardon me. Blue Jackets Kings. I imagine the Kings are favored. Although the Kings aren't that good at home for whatever reason. Also, the Rangers are not good at home. They're both really good on the road. Yeah, we're closing in. We're getting close to halfway through the season already. Time flies. We got the Red Wings, 45 points. Canadians, 43. Lightning, 41. That's the top three in the Atlantic who will make the playoffs. In the Metropolitan, you got the Hurricanes, 47. Capitals, 43. Islanders, 42. Again, all these 6 teams make the playoffs, and then the 2 wild cards are to whoever, the 2 best teams remaining. As of now, that's 41 points for the Flyers and Devils. They've played less games than the Bruins, who have played 41. Let's see. Yeah, less of a loss. Yeah. All right. But yeah, Boston, Bruins, Panthers. I mean, top to bottom, nobody's really out. Jackets are, as of now, 7 points out, and they're the worst team currently in the East, and the only team in the East that's under 500. The Maple Leafs are 15, 15, and 5. Sabres are 3 over, 17, 4, and 4. 3 straight losses by the Maple Leafs. Whoops. Half point? No. You get 2 points for a win. I mean, unless you're talking fantasy. I'm not sure. In the standings, it's 2 points for a win, 1 point for a loss in overtime or a shootout. Regulation, no points. I got Tampa to not lose by more than 1.5. I put 130 to win 151. Yeah, right now you're looking good through 20 minutes. We'll see how the next 20 goes. Sometimes that middle period gets a little crazy because you got to make the longer line changes, in and in traffic sometimes. That's when things get dicey. But yeah. So it should be okay. All right, let's move on to the East. I'm sorry, we already did the East. I meant we're moving on to the West. Man, 47 by the Hurricanes. And look at the top three in the just in the Central of the Western Conference. Avalanche 59, Stars 55, Wild 49 points. That's the Central. Now the Pacific. Ducks 44. Huh. Knights 42. Oilers 42. Ducks are 5-4-1 in their last 10. Yeah. Oilers playing much better. 7-2-1. They're good at home and a game under 500 on the road. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then we'll look at the home and road records I was talking about. All right. To the wild card. Kings at 39. Mammoth at 39. Sharks at 37. But the Sharks have played 2 more games than the Kings and actually 2 less than the Mammoth. But same thing, actually, top to bottom. I'm sorry, not top to bottom, but the wild cards towards the worst team is 7 points. And I guess the Hawks are struggling since Bedard got injured. Yep, they've lost 5 straight. They're 2-7-1 in their last 10. So they've fallen on hard times. Kraken are only 1 game under 500. But they've gone 2-8-0 in their last 10, so they're struggling. They won 1. Oh, yeah, you mean, yeah, the Kings? I wish it wasn't a wild card. I wish we would get in. We got to get, man. Okay, they should be in the Pacific, I think. Yeah. So they got to get back ahead of Edmonton. They've played 3 less games, so they play tonight and tomorrow, so they got a chance to slip back, into this top 3 in the Pacific. So if they take care of business against Columbus and I think Seattle tomorrow night, they'll be okay before the Christmas break. But yeah. Yeah, we're closing in, though, on 41 games. Yeah, the Mammoth have played 38. I think that's the most. Yeah, so the Hawks struggling big time. So are the Kraken. Vancouver doing a little better now. They've won 4 straight, 5-4-1 in their last 10. Jets, yeah, the Jets have been struggling. I think Hellebuck is back or coming back, so they might turn it around. 2-5-3 in their last 10. They fell on hard times after Hellebuck got injured. But yeah, and Vancouver's been doing great since they traded Quinn Hughes to the Wild. So kind of strange. Calgary's doing much better after a horrible start. 6-3-1. Same for the Predators were just the worst team not that long ago. And now they've gone 7-3-0 and have won 2 straight as well. And to see St. Louis up there after they were the worst team to start for a while, they've gone 5-4-1 and won 1 straight. Oh yeah, and then looking at so the Kings are 4-6-4 at home, 11-4-5 away. And I think the Rangers are even worse at home. Rangers, 6th in the wild card, so not good. Oh, they finally got to 5-10-3 at home, 13-6-1 away, 4-4-2 in their last 10. All right, I'm going to take a quick break and be back. Let's put the scoreboard up. Keep an eye on Canucks Flyers. No score, 13:55. Oops, I mistyped. Miss first period. All right, there we go. All right, I'm going to take a quick break and be back. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Doing one or both does help with getting the channel to be recommended to other potential viewers, which this will also help me grow the channel. I thank you all for your support. All right, we got 8 likes. Thank you. All right, let's queue up some short songs, and then I'll be right back. All right, thanks, everybody. right, we are back. Oh, they just did the scoring chances and stuff. I missed it. All right, let's kill the music. Still no score in Philly between the Canucks and Flyers. All right. Oh, shoot. Got to make sure we're live. Nope, we're not. Of course not. At the intermission, never live. Always behind. So if you ever get the ESPN Plus app, keep that in mind. Maybe not at every commercial break, but at the intermissions, check to see if you're live. Face off. Blues going left to right in white. Sent it behind the net into the far corner for icing, I believe. And the Lightning in blue going right to left. The Blues are getting... Wait. What was the call here? Because Parayko just had it off the ice. Oh, they redid the draw? Oh, interesting. From center ice. Still 6-5, shots on goal. Hit behind the net. Tampa up the far boards. Dumps it in from the red line. And puck taken out of the near corner by Neighbors. Pass ahead to the red line. Tampa has it. And skated over the red line. Drop pass to the far circle. Shot deflected wide behind the net now. Taken by Neighbors. Sent off the near boards down the length of the ice for icing. So I don't know what the call was 5 seconds in because it was not icing. Oh, it went off a skate and hit the post. A great pass by Dostu. Hit Gensel's right skate and then hit the post. Could have been 3-0 Lightning very easily there. Face off. And into the netting, I think, on a shot. Might have been Kucherov. Well, hello. Hi, John Jansen. Just found the stream. These are my two favorite teams. Well, that's cool. My teams are the Kings in the West, and I guess the Hurricanes in the East. I'm in the Chicago area. Hope the Hawks do well, but I don't get to see those games. All right, Blues win the draw, carry it over into the O-zone, and pass gets away from the crease, sent up the far boards, kept in at the blue line. Pass to the slot, a shot, and a kick save by Vasilevsky. Pass to, was that Gord? No. Who was that? At any rate, Binnington sends it to the far boards. Tampa loses it. St. Louis skates it out, passes to the red line, and dumped in by the Blues. And now to the red line, a pass to the near side. And a shot and a save by Binnington. Glove save held on. Moser on the shot. Oh, Gord. That is Gord. Yeah, I thought Gord was 37, but I don't know why I didn't think it was. Yeah, that was a great shot. Kick save, like literally with the skate. That was a great pass and a great shot by Bucknovich. I'm assuming that's how you say it. Yeah, I'm in the Chicago suburbs. They just kicked Finley out of the draw for Tampa. Here's the face-off. Shots are 7-7. into the crowd, I guess, at 18-14. I would have to get the play-by-play up to figure out exactly what each whistle is. Let's check. In Philly, no score. Canucks and Flyers. 8:10 to go in the first. Minute and 2 seconds left on a power play for Vancouver. Shot from the point is wide or blocked into the near corner. Dug out by Tampa. Drop pass. Shot wide. Another shot wide. And Tampa keeps it in at the blue line. Pass to the point. Far circle. Shot saved by Binnington and frozen. And then some pushing and shoving. 17:46. 8-7 shots on goal. Tampa. Lightning. Well, I never was a huge Hawks fan, but last year I got back into hockey because the Hawks were back on the air and they were free over the air, like roof antenna, free TV. And then they took it away this summer when they agreed to a deal with Comcast Xfinity. All right, blue line. So now it's like, well, I don't get to see hardly any of their games, and I like the Kings. I'll explain later. All right, pass and sent out over the red line to the near circle for the Blues. Puck is knocked away to the blue line, kept in, deflected, and taken behind the net. Fortunate that one didn't go in near the crease. That was Carlisle who scooped it up. Now it's dumped in from the red line by Tampa. Sent to the back to the defensive end or zone for Tampa. They dump it into the far corner. Gord gets it, sends it around, but St. Louis picked it off. Shen, a long pass off the far boards. Sent out again by Tampa. And, well, now they get it out with Gord over the red line for Tampa. Braden Point, near circle. Centers it to Gordy. I don't know if it got blocked or if he missed. Blue line keeper deflected out of the zone. And either offsides, maybe on McDonough, or the puck went into the bench area. 16:07. But yeah. Oh, I like Kopitar and Doughty. That's why I'm a Kings fan. And I liked Quick, and I was watching their games in 2014 and maybe even earlier. And I didn't follow hockey for many years until last year. Pass from Thomas down the length of the ice. This should be icing. St. Louis was close to beating that one out. All right, shots are 9-9. Well, yeah, I agree with you on Kroenke. That was terrible what he did to St. Yeah, and I understand why you're saying that, but I'm with you. The Chargers owner's a jerk, too. So no argument here. I'm a Packers fan from the Chicago area. My dad was a Bears fan. My mom was a Packers fan. I'm a Packers fan. All right, sent in from the blue line. Under 16 to go, middle period. Still 2-0 Bolts. Radish, a blast wide. Off the boards, taken behind the net by the Lightning. Radish gets it again. Somebody lost a stick for St. Louis. They pick it up. Radish in the near circle. Sends it behind the net into the far corner. Back to the blue line. Lightning lose the puck. Now they get it back towards the net. Puck, it was in the crease. Binnington didn't freeze it. Looks like I think Thomas has it. He nearly turned it over. He did. Lightning have it again. McDonough shot blocked and sent out. Blues whiffed on the dump in from the red line. Now it's dumped in from the blue line. Moser to, oh gosh, who is that? James. James shot blocked into the netting at 14:58. They took a shot away, actually, from Tampa. It's back to 9-8. Still no score in Philly. Flyers finishing up a power play against the Canucks. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Jonathan. Right. Gotcha. I liked Carter when they had him. I liked Toffoli. Now he's a Shark. All right, Blues over the red line, into the far circle, behind the Tampa net, near boards, sent out by the Lightning, picked up by the Blues, into the near boards, poked away, dumped in again, and Tampa has it in their near circle. And a dump in just wide of the net. Oh, they called icing. It looked like Tampa had beat it out and or touched the puck, but they called icing. That was, yeah, Carlisle on the dump in. Second multi-assist game of season Saturday for James. Yeah, I guess he has 5. All right, face off. Tampa wins it. And to the blue line. Long shot wide by the Blues. Near board battle. Puck is loose now, and Tampa gets it out to the red line. Into the near circle. Got his pocket picked, though, and the Blues send it around. I think that was, that was Goncalves who lost it. Still battling for the puck in the far corner. Puck into the far circle, pardon me. Blues dump it out to the red line. Taken into the far corner, sent around the near boards. Nobody there at the blue line, and the Lightning get it out. Blues make a pass right in front of the penalty box, and now a dump in by Paul of Tampa. Taken away by Falk. Over the red line was Tucker. Shot, I think, was blocked. And up the near boards. Long shot and a goal for the Blues. It's 2-1 at 13:17. A blast by Falk. I didn't see. I think he gets the goal. I don't think it was tipped in. 2-1 Lightning. Lightning had that pass. Oh, wow. Yeah, if it went off of anybody, it was somebody on Tampa. But a blast by Falk beat Kucherov blocker side. Good shot through traffic. So that is Falk's 10th from Tucker and Stenberg at 6:43. And the Blues send it into the near corner, over to the far boards, and finally get it out to the red line. Over, well, what happened? Was that offside on Shen? What was the whistle for? All right, media timeout, under 14 minutes, 13:04. We're on the Lightning broadcast, by the way. Where were we? No. I'm in the suburbs. So no, I didn't. I'm not in the actual city proper. In Cook County or Crook County. I meant Chicago area. Oh yeah, yes for the Blue. I assume you're rooting for the Blues. How did you become a Lightning fan? I guess you needed an East Conference team. I have no problem with the Lightning either. I'm really hating Florida right now, though, after what happened in the Hurricanes game. Plus, they have Marchand, so yeah. Oh, nope, they don't have the visualizer yet, but it was Falk from the blue line past, the blocker or blocker side of Vasilevsky, Tucker, and Stenberg on the assist. No penalties as of yet in the second period. Oh, Flyers, Canucks still square at 0, 1:38 to go in the opening period. Gotcha. Well, that's cool. I like this logo and color scheme better than their original one. I know I'm probably in the minority, but I kind of like this blue. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, wait, we got two different conversations. Sorry. Sorry, two different people commenting, and my brain like skipped over that fact for a minute. Sorry. All right. We got a whistle. Might have another penalty on the Blues as Kucherov is getting up. Let's hear it. Let's listen in. Maybe not. Maybe he just fell. Yeah, no, okay, no penalty. Looking at NHL.com. Okay. After. Gotcha. Yeah, I do too. Not that their old one was bad. I just like this. I like this and this color scheme better. I'm probably in the minority though. All right, dumped in by the Blues, sent around to Radish, who cleared it down the length of the ice. This could be icing. Nope. Play on. No icing. It is now 10-9 shots on goal. Blues dump it in on net. Vasilevsky, and they get it up the near boards. Cross ice pass off the far boards. Radish dumps it in. And into the near corner. Centering pass got knocked away by the Blues. Kept in by Radish. That's deflected in. It's 3-1 Bolts. Cirelli on the goal. And Binnington not pleased. At 11:59, shots are 10-10. Lightning up 3-1. Blues couldn't keep it away. Oh, what a weird bounce. That had to be deflected. Yeah. It was Radish's shot and Yeah, it was a weird bouncing puck off the deflection. Binnington, it was like a knuckleball, and Binnington couldn't get the blocker on it. Cirelli's 10th of the season from Radish. Yeah, Radish had the blast from the blue line. Face off. Lightning send it. Binnington out of the net. Backhander over the blue line to the red line. And Tampa in the near boards. Pass to the red line. Dumped in. Near corner. Binnington couldn't send it out the far boards. Lightning send it to the near corner. Still battling for the puck. Behind the net. Picked up by Tucker. He got it to center ice. Pass to the far side, but the Blues will regroup in their own end. Near, far boards, far circle, Lightning finishing a change and dumped in by the Blues. That was Joseph. Behind the net and sent out. Lightning into the ozone. Gord with the puck. Gord sends it around. Picked up by Broberg. Blues pass to the red line. Scooped up by Fabry. Now they skated into the ozone. Send it into the far corner. Dug out by the Lightning. Pass gets to Gord off his stick. Blues have it. They're trying to get it away from Point in the near boards. And up the near boards. Point picks it up in his own near circle. Passes to a defenseman. And it's brought out. And a cross-ice pass up the middle. Point with the puck. Loses it. Now sends it to the far corner. Up the far boards. We're halfway through the game. Under 10 minutes to go. In the middle period, they took a shot away from Tampa. It's now 10-9. Blues again. Behind the net. And Gord makes a pass. Lightning regrouping in their own end. Send it ahead. And is this icing? It is icing. Nobody tipped it. So no under 10 media timeout yet because of the Tampa icing. All right, so the draw will be in in Tampa's end. My brain. Near circle, Gord. He's on his knees and it's sent out by Moser for Tampa over the red line. So St. Louis in their own end, they send it up the near boards over the red line, dump in by Thomas from the blue line. Puck in the near corner, sent out by Tampa. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone. Finally, Tampa takes it to their own end. And a Moser pass to the far boards, dumped in by Tampa. Taken behind the net of St. Louis. Tampa with the puck all the way back to the blue line and a dump in by Holmberg. Sent out by St. Louis. It's going to be on net, so no icing. Vasilevsky gloves it and sends it. And it's sent down the ice by the defense. Pickoff at the red line, or stolen, I should say, by McDonough. St. Louis takes it right back. And I think Shen dumped it in. Behind the Tampa net, they get the puck to McDonough. Ahead over the blue line, down the length of the ice for icing. 8-17. Shots are 11-9. And if it wasn't icing, yeah, we would get another... we would finally get the under 10 media timeout. But we're still... I'll catch up on the chat in a minute. 11-9 shots. Face off to the slot. St. Louis has it. Far circle shot blocked. Kept in. Near circle shot blocked into the near corner. Just over 8 minutes to go in the middle period. Lightning make a pass off the near boards and dump it in. Dastu on the dump in. And Falk sends it out for the Blues. Up the near boards now. Gloved down by the Lightning. Pass to Gensel. He skates it in. Gensel looking. Collision in the corner between Tucker and I think Bjorkstrand. Blast from the point. Big rebound. And they couldn't get a stick on it. That was Paul, who had a good shot in the slot but couldn't get to the puck. Dostu to the near boards, and Moser dumps it into the far corner from the red line. Picked up by Fowler. Blues into the O-zone. Pass to the near circle. A shot. Glove save. Held on by Vasilevsky. That was a great save. Off a really good shot. Under 7 to go. We get the under 10 media timeout. 3-1 Lightning. Shots 12-10 St. Louis. All right. Let's check in on first intermission. Canucks, Flyers, scoreless. Again, in Philly. Vancouver will start the second period with 1:11 left on a power play. Well, it's because it's Cook County. Yes, it's bad. Let's go Blues. Goal is a goal. Puck line. Okay, gotcha. Shoot, why did this get stuck? 1 second. Let's go safe for now again. Hello, Evan. If I didn't say hello to you, I apologize. Yeah, hello, John. Hello, Cinna Figate out. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Paul just couldn't get his stick down to poke that rebound in off of Radish's blast. Paul was right outside the crease. Pretty good play by Binnington to keep it 3-1, actually. All right. Face off. Blues win it. They keep it in the O-zone. Long shot. Loose rebound. Steered aside into the near corner and now sent out by Tampa. Blues misplay the puck. Tampa sends it behind the net. Still battling behind the St. Louis net for the puck. Sent around the far boards. Kept in at the blue line over to Moser near boards. Sorelli's shot is blocked. Maybe it was a pass. And sent out. St. Louis into the far circle. They lose the puck. And Blues trying to get a line change. Tampa takes it at the red line and dumps it in. Binnington couldn't get it. Blues make a pass, and it's to the neutral zone. Dumped in by St. Louis behind the Tampa net. That was Sundqvist. And Tampa sends it out over the red line. Sundqvist will try to dump it in. It's taken into the near corner. Suter trying to get the puck away, and it's sent by the Lightning to the near boards, and they send it out. Puck was lost. Lightning have it. Far circle to the slot. Shot was wide into the far corner. Into the near corner. Back to the blue line. Cross-ice pass. Shot is blocked into the far corner. Blocked shot by the Blues. Now they get it to neutral ice, and now they have to retreat into their own end. Falk to, I assume, Tucker. It might be Fowler. I can't see the number. Near boards, collision. Puck gets knocked loose. Lightning have a breakaway. They get knocked down just outside the crease. Puck is taken by the Blues out over the red line. And Dostu to the near circle for McDonough, who sends a long pass. Far circle, puck knocked out by Shen, I think. And McDonough has it again. Sends it to, let's see, who dumped it in? They were trying to hit Dastu. Who was that? Gensel. Glove down by the penalty box by Tampa. Up, puck. Tampa has it in the near circle. Backhander was wide of the net. St. Louis tries to send it out. Tampa trying to regain it. And I was going to say that had to be offsides on Tampa. 4:04. Shot. So, yeah, this is the under 6 minute media timeout. Oh, we didn't. Okay, one last time. Yeah, first intermission. That's right. No score. Got to do the goal visualizers. Salem? Okay. All right, here's Falk for the Blues. It was a blast from the blue line. May have gone off the stick of a Tampa player. Not really Vasilevsky's fault. A lot of traffic. And then Cirelli, got that goal back to maintain the 2-goal lead for the Lightning. Yeah, he tipped in Radish's blast from the blue line. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you, Oliver. Thank you. Merry Christmas to everybody watching, chatting, all the subscribers. Thank you. Happy holidays as well. Yes. Packers football is the only thing that preempts hockey. I try to do men's and women's college basketball. I've kind of gotten away from doing NBA. I'm just not entertained by NBA. Their commercial breaks take too long during the timeouts during each period. And what really got this channel going was covering the WNBA. I do enjoy the WNBA. Oh, the Lightning hit the post on a shot. Wow. And that was Bjorkstrand got knocked down. Pareko, they're talking about. All right, face off, Lightning dump it in. We try to do as many LA Kings games as we can on this channel. Far circle, Blues, drop pass, and we do a lot of 6 and 9 o'clock doubleheaders Central Time, if available. Still 13-11 Blues on the shots. They trail 3-1. Tampa, Moser sends it behind the net, behind Tampa's net. I think they're waiting on a line change. Radish skates it out. Pass over the red line. Blues take it away. Drop pass down below. Far circle in the slot. Big rebound to the far circle. Blue line keeper. Fowler to the near boards. Sent around. Thomas couldn't get there. Tampa passes. It gets deflected, and St. Louis has it in their own end. They get it to Fowler. Fowler, a pass over the red line. Off the near boards. Under 3 to go in the middle period. 14-11 St. Louis shots. Oh, misplayed. Oh, man, Blues looked like they were going to get a good scoring opportunity, and the puck got knocked away. Point with a shot. Big rebound into the slot, but the Blues clear it to the red line and down the length of the ice. Carlisle sends a pass up the far boards. Lightning pass it. I don't think anybody tipped it. This might be icing. It is on the Lightning at 2:23. That's true. We got like 9 days left. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Yeah, the reason I do it is because ESPN Plus is what, $12.99 a month. It's much cheaper than anything else. other than the WNBA. All right. And I love it. Watching it last year got me back into it, and I've enjoyed what I've seen so far. Not just getting stuck watching the Hawks, getting to see the Kings again and other teams. All right, Lightning have it behind the St. Louis net. Still battling for the puck, though. Into the far corner, St. Louis takes it over the red line, and a dump in as they head for a change. Lightning try to send it out the far boards. Pass to the near side. And McDonough sends it into the near corner. Ooh, big hit. Tucker got the brunt of that. Blues into the far circle. Centering pass off the near boards. Blast from the near circle. Big rebound. They couldn't get to it, as it was sent behind the net by James of Tampa. Now McDonough sends it. Stolen by St. Louis in front of their own bench. And they get it to Tucker, who passes it to Falk, who dumps it in. And the chase is on. Bucknovich waiting for somebody. He was right in the crease. Nobody got him a pass. Puck is loose behind the net. Thomas couldn't get it. Off the near boards. Ooh. Turned it over. Thomas has the puck in the near circle. Looking. Near corner. He falls down. Pass to Falk to the other defenseman, and that shot was wide. But we got 16-12 on the shots. I got to update these. St. Louis in the far corner. Under 30 to go now in the middle period. Taken by St. Louis in their own end. A cross-ice pass. Another one to the red line, and deflected out. Moser couldn't get there, and St. Louis will retreat, take it behind their own net. There's only 5 seconds left. That'll about do it. 1 second. That's the end of the second period. 3-1 Tampa. St. Louis broke the shutout, but Lightning answered to retain the 2-goal advantage as we head to the third, but 2-goal lead is the most dangerous to have. So, to the offensive team. So, still anybody's game with 20 minutes remaining. Put the clock up right away. Hockey, I think, is the most underrated. Yeah. NFL is over. I know that's part of the reason I do so much hockey is that it's tough competition for NFL. I do Packer games because I'm going to be watching them anyways. And I was doing as many primetime as I could, but the Thursday games, just some of the matchups I didn't want to do, and that's a big hockey night, so I found myself trying to do 6 and 9 doubleheaders those nights. I tried to do basketball. I did the NBC game on opening night, actually a doubleheader, and then I was doing the Friday night games, and I just wasn't liking it. Yeah, other than the Packers, I just kind of don't care about the NFL. Most shows on ESPN, the lead story is always football, even in baseball season. Yeah, NFL is king, and it's a year-round, as you're indicating. It's a year-round thing now, a news cycle if possible. But yeah, I know hockey is the least talked about, but I find it exciting. It's I think the thing about hockey is the speed doesn't translate on TV. Like, it looks so much faster in person. Every other sport, I think, is better on television than it is in person, but that's just my 2 cents. All right, I think we gave you, so Falk's 10th at 6:43, and from Tucker and Stenberg. Lightning answered Sorelli's 10th, 8:01. So, only a minute 18 later from Radish. He tipped it in. No penalties in the second period. So shots on goal, 16-12 St. Louis. 18-16 on the faceoffs. Tampa 0 for 1 power play. St. Louis 1 for 3. Tampa 19-7 hits. Blues 14-7 block shots. Blues 11-8 giveaways. Blues, but 3-1 takeaways. 3-1 takeaways. Lightning again. 2-game season series rematch in St. Louis, January 16th. I don't think. Yeah, Canucks Flyers. Oh, they're already underway in the second. If you have NHL Network, that game is available to you. But no score, 17:36 in the second. Again, tonight we will have Blue Jackets Kings in about an hour and 22 minutes. Start the live stream. Tomorrow night, Panthers Hurricanes 6:05 Central, followed by Kraken Kings 9:05 Central. Gotcha. Yeah, that helps. Like, I didn't see, that was part of my problem. When I grew up, the Hawks, we didn't have cable, and even if we did, half the games weren't on TV. They blacked out the local games. There was no local feed for the Blackhawks. They wanted the people, they wanted the people to buy the tickets, and that's it. It's so weird. And then I had got into hockey, I always sort of followed it, but never really watched it. I really watched it a lot. I had the center ice package for a job where I was reporting on games, so I was doing a lot of Kings games. One, because I thought their announcer was great, and he made it easier to score the game for the company I worked for 2 jobs ago. And 2, I did love Kopitar, Quick, Doughty, Jeff Carter, Tyler Toffoli, and that 70s line. I forgot the other guy. So I really enjoyed watching Kings games. Yeah, I tried baseball again. I hadn't followed since 2010, but I just couldn't get into it. People said, "Oh, the pitch clock speeds it up," but yeah. So I like the Packers, hockey, WNBA. I'm trying to get back into college basketball. The women's games go much quicker. The men's, their media timeouts every 4 minutes kind of slow the game down. It's not as bad as the NBA, but it's pretty close. But yeah, I used to watch anything, but not anymore. Let's see. Don't watch much NBA. Yeah, I tried again. I didn't really like the NBA. NFL is so popular and easy. Schedules can watch most games by. Yeah. Well, to each his own on the baseball. I don't watch college football. I don't watch baseball. And I don't really like the NBA. Used to love the NBA. The NBA was my favorite. I'm old enough that I grew up watching Magic Johnson in the Sunday afternoon. All right, I got to take a quick break, and I'll be back. Thanks for the chat. I do appreciate it. I got to go check on my son. I think he's sick. Dodgers? Yeah, no, I don't watch baseball, but all right, I'll be right back. Hi, Dan. Thank you. Season's greetings to you, too. Thanks, Dan C. All right, I'll be back. All right, we are back. Sorry for the delay. Let's make sure we're live. Let me kill the music. Nope, we weren't. All right. All right, here it is. Blues and white going right to left. They dump it in. Lightning and blue going left to right. 16-13 now, the shots they change. Sorry, I'll have to catch up on the chat. My son is sick right now. My wife's trying to take care of him. All right, sent out. Blues at the red line. Fowler and a dump in for St. Louis. Into the near corner. Battle for the puck. In the neutral zone. Now finally, Lightning to the net. Glove save held on by Binnington at 19-20. No score still in the Flyers game in Philly hosting the Canucks. 9:24 in the second. And let's see. Yeah, Tampa got shot on net by Holmberg. Good save by Binnington. Near circle draw. Scoring chances 12-5. Tampa, according to the Tampa television. All right, Shen with the puck. He dumps it in to the near borders, near corner, and then hits point. Lightning pass it, taken over the red line, and dumped in. Far corner with the puck. Far circle. Now the Blues skate it out over the red line and dump it in. Behind the net, Vasilevsky up the far boards and out. But too far. Blues trying to get a change. And they retreat. Tucker into his own end. Now he passes up the near boards. Taken by Suter. Drop pass. Back to Suter off the boards. Behind the net. Picked up by Sundqvist. Long pass into the far corner. That was off the stick of Tucker. I don't think it was a shot. Now Tucker shoots it, and Vasilevsky saves it and holds on. 18-19 to go in the third. 17-14 shots Blues, but they trail still 3-1. Ninth season for Binnington. He's got 180 wins, 124 losses, and 42, either ties or overtime losses. I forgot how long ago they've been without the ties. All right, face off. Nope, we got to redo it. 18-18. All right, face off. Blues keep it in. And a whistle at 18-12. All right, Blues shot. Sorry, I'm trying to coordinate with his mom when he's going to return. All right, Lightning have it. Still 17-14 Blues on the shots. It was behind St. Louis. No, behind their own net for Tampa. They couldn't get it out. St. Louis keeps it in and sends it around again to the far corner. Puck is knocked free. St. Louis keeps it in at the blue line into the near circle. Taken by Thomas, a shot. I think that was blocked into the near boards and fine. Nope. Radish couldn't get it out yet. Now he gets it while the rest of the Lightning head for a line change. All right. Up the near boards, Braden Point tries to get to it. And they pass it, but don't connect. I think that was passed out of the zone by Tampa. 16:54 to go. Tampa behind their own net. Up the near boards, off the far boards now. Sent around to Binnington behind the St. Louis net. Up the near board, St. Louis. They couldn't get it out of the near corner. That's Tucker. Knocked down by Kucherov. It goes right through the crease and picked up by, I think, Fowler, who dumps it in. No, maybe not Fowler. It's Fabry who gets hit by Carlisle. Blue line keeper. Long shot deflected wide off the stick of Tucker. I couldn't see who blocked it. Shen hit somebody. Tampa dumps it in to the far corner. Taken by Fowler behind the St. Louis net. Up to Tucker. Tucker at the red line. Backhander taken away by Dastu and sent down the length of the ice. Fowler picks it up. I guess no icing on Tampa. Fowler behind the net. Off the stick of Tucker and out. Battle by Shen and the Lightning in the near board. Sent ahead into the air. Behind the net now. Fowler again. Up the middle off a Lightning stick. Shen has it. Far circle. Back to the blue line. Pass into the near boards. And out of the zone over the red line and scooped up by Mayu behind his own net. And sent to Suter. Suter sent it into the near boards. Already taken out by the Lightning and dumped in by Bjorkstrand. And the Blues took it away. Now the Lightning counter into the slot. Knocked off the puck, though, into the near boards. And we got a whistle. This may be a penalty. Is it on? Who's it on, though? It's going to be a St. Louis power play. I mean, St. Louis penalty, a Tampa. Holding on Mayu at 14:56. So, pardon me, Tampa on the power play. St. Louis picks up the penalty. That was, looks like he held Nick Paul. All right, clear down the length of the ice by St. Louis. Tampa's 1 for 3. All right, Kucherov passes to Gensel, gets it back, but behind the net. Into the near corner, back to the blue line for Radish. Far circle, Bjorkstrand. Back to Radish. Near circle, Kucherov. Down low, Gensel. Cross ice pass, Bjorkstrand, and it's another goal at 14:24. Who got it for the Lightning as the home crowd goes wild? Looks like it's Bjorkstrand. Shots are 18-14. That's not right. Yeah, great pass to the far circle, and Binnington just couldn't go from near post to far post quick enough and got beat. Not his fault. Not much defensive help. Right through the middle. I couldn't tell. That may have gone 5-hole or just beat him to the near post. Bjorkstrand's 6th goal of the season, his 400th career point. Face off. Tampa in their own end. They can't get it out. Blues keep it in. At the blue line, that's Tucker. That shot is blocked. I think Falk shot it. Let's see. Dump it. All right, now skated into the far circle. Joseph back to the blue line. Near circle shot saved by Vasilevsky, and we got a Lightning penalty coming up at 13:54. Should be another shot on goal here.
Tampa penalty number 62. 2-minute minor.
Holding on 62 for Tampa. And we head to the first media timeout under 14. 13:54 to go. St. Louis will be back on the power play. That is Finley. It was Mayu holding Nick Paul, and now Finley, a minor. They don't say on who, though, like who he got into. All right, let me quick catch up on the chat. 1-0 Flyers. Grabenkin second from Andre and Abels at 13:13 of the second. 5:28 to go in the second. They lead 1-0 over Vancouver. Artificial intelligence? Yeah, these are just regular stats, though. Yeah. No, the pitch clock was necessary. The games were taking too long. I don't really understand the extra innings rules. That seems odd. I can mute it. All right, face off continues. Blues power play underway. Into their own end. Falk with the puck. Thomas brings it up. Near boards. Neighbors. Back to the blue line. Falk. Thomas. Near boards. Neighbors passes. They have to get it back to Falk at the point, at the blue line. Thomas near circle. 13:20 to go. Second period. Shot. Neighbors pass got away, and then the Lightning cleared it down the length of the ice. 13:05 to go in the third. 1:11 on the power play. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right, we got a whistle at 12:57. Oh. Yeah, they had a rough start, but the West, the wild card spots are wide open. So, long season, we're not even halfway. There's plenty of time. Shen into the near boards, cross ice pass right outside the crease. Did they tap it? No, frozen by Vasilevsky. 12:43. Sorry, a little distracted. Just trying to figure out what to do. My son's going back home tomorrow and can't figure out when this is going to happen. All right, 20 to 15 shots. Lightning in the near boards. Shen couldn't keep it in. Fowler will have to regroup. He passes to Shen over the red line into the O zone. Moser trying to get it out of the far corner. Shen's there. They send it to Thomas in the near boards. Thomas near circle. Drop past to Fowler. Thomas near circle. Shot high or wide and into the netting at 12:12. 19 seconds to go. 18 actually on the power play. 12-12 to go in the third. Blues looking for many goals here. 19 saves on 20 shots for Vasilevsky tonight. Fowler, shot blocked. Fowler get sent out. 10 seconds to go in the power play, I'm trying to say. Under 12 now. Over the red line, Fowler dumps it in. Into the near corner. Suter. And over the red line. Point into the near circle. Power play is over for St. Louis. Point has to regroup. He takes it back to the St. Louis or Tampa defensive zone. Now they're behind their own net. Pass to the far boards and passed ahead and dumped in from the blue line to the near corner. Up the near boards. Hit in the near corner. Bjorkstrand or Toropchenko. Is that his name? Yeah, 13. Puck goes behind the Lightning net. St. Louis tried to center it. Oh, and what a glove save by... Nope, they blew the whistle. Must have been deflected on net from just outside the crease. And Vasilevsky with a great save. He tried to get rid of it so there'd be no whistle, but couldn't do it in time. Oh, okay. Right. Oh, COVID. Yeah. Yeah, I did a White Sox series in the summer versus the Mets, and that series, all of them seemed to go 3 hours or more. So I was kind of down on it. All right. Finally, over the blue line for the Lightning into the near corner. Puck is sent to the far corner. They send it back to the blue line, behind the net into the near corner. Finally, the Blues get it. And taken over by Tampa again to the far boards. Wraparound shot, no saved. Bennington couldn't locate it. St. Louis tried to send it out. It's gloved down at the blue line. Thought you couldn't do that. Thought you could only do that in the defensive zone. All right, dumped in from the blue line by St. Louis. Both teams probably getting line changes. And waiting behind the net had been Crozier. Now they dump it into the near corner. Chased down by Finley. Shen takes it behind the St. Louis net. Under 10 minutes to go. Pass goes over the red line. Battle at the red line in front of the benches. St. Louis takes the puck back into their own end. Pass to the far circle. Long pass ahead gets away. Did anybody tip it? Yeah, no icing. Dastu sends it to the far boards. Kept in to the far corner. Behind the Tampa net. Next to the net. Off the near boards. Fowler's shot was wide. St. Louis trying to dig it out of the far boards. Now they get it to Fowler at the blue line, who sends it around. Behind the net. Dastu gets it for the Lightning. Sends a pass ahead over the red line. Pass to the near circle. Sent on net and a glove save by Bennington. And we get the under 10 media timeout. Still 4-1. Lightning lead the Blues, and 20-16 now. Shots on goal. Oh, and in Philly, still Flyers 1, Canucks 0. 1:01 to go in the second. Sorry, 1 second. Didn't mean to have dead air there for you. Oh, let me. Why is my chat dead on my tablet? There we go. Why would it do that? Man, I love my Cowboys. Thanks for the comment, Rudy. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, forgot to check on Monday Night Football. Niners 21, Colts 14. 9:36 to go in the second. Yeah, both teams in contention. Both teams have other teams rooting against them. All right, face off. Radish shot gets blocked. St. Louis sends it in behind the net. Battle for the puck. It's pinned up against the board. Sent behind the Tampa net. Far corner. Pass to this near circle. St. Louis takes it behind their own net. That was Broberg. He's all the way in front of the crease. Shot was just wide. He went end to end and almost got the Blues back within a 2 goals. Pardon me. It's 4-1. All right. St. Louis takes it up the near boards. And let's see. That is Point just skating around in the Tampa Bay defensive zone. Under 8 minutes to go in the third. Long pass to Point at the red line. Far circle. Pass to the slot. Blue line Kucherov shot. Blocker save Binnington. Taken out by the Blues over the red line into the O-zone. Near circle shot. Vasilevsky saves it and saves the rebound. And now we finally get the frozen puck whistle at 7:31. Couple of good saves there by Vasilevsky and Binnington the other end too. Yeah, number 6 went end to end. That, of course, is Broberg, Philip Broberg. And it looked like Fabry had the shots there. Let's go Chargers. Own the Cowboys. All right. No, I'm not mourning the Cowboys. Shot wide and glove save by Vasilevsky. I don't think that was. They counted that as a shot. That was wide in the net. NHL.com didn't count that yet. That looked off target. Yeah, there's no way that one counted as a shot. Hello, Piggy. No, I'm not. No, this is the Lightning. The Blues are the musical note. I don't have any blue. That's a lightning bolt. That's not a musical note. The Blues are wearing white tonight. The colors are similar, but the Blues have the musical note. See, the Lightning is at the center ice. Yeah, it's 23-16. Lightning TV is wrong that was a shot on goal. There's 7:21 to go. Fowler at the red line dumps it in. Blues do nothing with it. Lightning send it out. Blues in their own end. Blues dump it in. Fowler off a stick. Battle in the near boards. Lightning counter. And into the near boards. Near corner. Sent behind the net. Shen with the puck. And St. Louis taking their time, and they're down 3. Not sure what the deal is there. 23-16. and into the near boards. Sent behind the net. No, blues refers to the music, not the color. St. Louis blues, as in blues music, like, jazz, but blues, rhythm and blues. That's what blues is. It's not the color, if that's the confusion. All right, shot was blocked into the netting. A shot from the point, I believe, by Falk. See, here's the blue note, and here's the lightning bolt. Yeah, this is a lightning bolt for Lightning. They do, their nickname is also Bolts. Face off. As a Blackhawks fan, you should hate the Blues, by the way. Just a heads up. Into the near corner. Up the near boards. Not out. Tucker tried to send it around. But Moser couldn't clear it. Blues having the far circle. Back to the blue line. Into the far corner. Picked up by Cirelli. He dumps it out. Blues into their own end. Sent by Tucker. Both teams getting line changes over the red line. Somebody lost a stick. Drop pass now near circle. Taken by Broberg. Back to the blue line. And shot was wide. Kept in. Whoop. Trip. Oh, maybe the guy just dove. There was no call. Either that or Tampa hasn't touched it yet. Under 5 minutes to go in the third. Oh, okay. That's fine. I don't want to rush him to bed yet. Pass to the slot that was sent wide by St. Louis. Great scoring opportunity, not cashed in, but time's a wasting on the St. Louis Blues. Down 3 with just over 4.5 to go. And again, Broberg. Now Fabry to the far boards. Dumped in by Parayko. And there's a whistle. Wait, for what? I guess icing? 4:22 to go. Still 23-16 shots on goal. Oh, wait. Oh, that's all right. I know it's confusing. Yeah. The yellow for St. Louis or whatever it is. Yeah, Blackhawks don't like the Blues. Chicago, St. Louis is a hotly contested rivalry. 4:20 to go. 4-1 Lightning shot, I believe. That might have been a shot on net. It was frozen. Well, they're in the same division, I think, still. I can double check. Yeah. All right. Still no change on the shots on goal. Again, don't forget, we'll be ending this live stream and starting a new one for Columbus Blue Jackets at Los Angeles Kings in about 38 minutes from now. 9:05 Central, 7:05 Pacific. Doubleheader for hockey tomorrow. Then hockey is off for 3 straight days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And because of Packers Ravens, I don't think I can do hockey Saturday. So we'll be back with hockey most likely Sunday. Again, they're off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the holiday break. No, not Tuesday. Pardon me. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for the holiday break. Probably not going to do NBA on Friday. Probably will take the night off. And maybe Thursday I'll do like Lions, Vikings, just because we want the Lions to lose in case the Packers stumble anymore in the last two games. And then, like I said, Saturday, Packers, Ravens, and then Sunday we'll probably have some hockey again. So just a bit of an odd week with the holiday. Yep, that was the thought process. But yeah, Blackhawks used to hate the Minnesota North Stars. It's kind of why I still don't like the Dallas Stars. The Red Wings from Detroit, but now they're in a different conference, Eastern Conference, and the St. Louis Blues. All right, Blues send it out to the red line and taken over by the Bolts. James now back in possession of the Blues, dumped in near corner, battle for the puck, some hitting. Dastu falls down. Puck into the far circle. Lightning send it out. Picked up. And let's see, that was Falk or Tucker. Into the far corner. Battle for the puck. 24-16 shots on goal. Into the near corner. Sent behind the Tampa net. Dastu is there. And the Lightning dump it in. It's going to be icing, though, at 3:19. 4-1 Lightning on only 16 shots. 24-16 St. Louis leading in the shots. Probably the Cubs, I assume. Hey, if hockey was playing, I would do it. And if the NFL games were good and we weren't doing much, I would do it. But there's no sports the 24th, and I don't know, bad football and just the NBA on Christmas Day, and really just the NBA or college football, which I don't watch, on Friday. All right, a battle for the puck in the neutral ice. Blues have it. They missed Thomas on the pass, but it's dumped in. Moser for the Lightning sends it around the boards and out, and Thomas dumps it right back in. 2:40 to go, third period. Down the length of the ice for icing on the Lightning at 2:33. All right, face-off draw. Sorry, still distracted. Into the far boards. 2:22 to go in the third. Blues over the red line, dump it in. Chased by Suter, Crozier, and Carlisle there, and Dvorsky for St. Louis. He gets it back to the blue line to Fowler. Fowler dumps it into the far corner. Excuse me. Lightning send it up the far boards and dump it in into the near boards. Shot, glove save, and held on for the whistle. Nice save by Binnington. That may have been wide of the net. We'll see. Crozier shot it. Yeah, this may not be a shot on goal. I think it was a little wide. I was young and Cubs were bad. Oh. Ha. Gotcha. What? Okay, Piggy, it's fine. I was a little mad with the Bears. Sorry. Shot is wide. Behind the net. Far corner, Lightning send it around behind their own net, up the near boards to the red line, pass, far circle, and to the slot. That was not James. Sorry, the other guy. Why I'm blanking on names now. Sorry. Nick Paul with the shot. So that one was on target. 24-17. 1 minute remaining here in Tampa. Lightning in control. Moser, long pass ahead, off a stick. Binnington behind his own net, up the near boards. Taken and passed to the red line. Lightning take it over. 40 seconds to go. Behind their own net to the near circle. 33 seconds to go. Pass to the near circle. They're just playing keep away right now. It was Radish and his partner Carlisle. Back to Radish. Under 20 to go. Carlisle back to Radish. That should just about do it. Under 10. St. Louis not pressing the issue. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's your final score. Lightning 4, Blues 1. So 62% voted correctly, or voted for the correct winner on 24 votes. Again, we will be starting the next live stream in about 30 minutes for Blue Jackets Kings. Let's quickly check. 2-minute warning. Niners with the ball. 3rd and 6 at the Colts. 7. 21-14. Still second. Really? Still second intermission. They haven't even gone. I guess that game started late. I think it was like 6:45. They're just heading to this third period. Flyers 1, Canucks 0. Yeah, this was actually a pretty quick game. This was under 2.5 hours. They started like on time too, like 6:08, 9, somewhere in there. So only 2 more games yet to go. We'll bring you Blue Jackets Kings, as I'm a Kings fan. All right, we had Holmberg's 4th to open the scoring. Radish's 8th on the power play. 2-0 Lightning after 1. Then Falk brought the Blues to 2-1 with his 10th. But Sorelli got it right back to make it 3-1 only a minute and 18 seconds later. Again, Sorelli's 10th. Bjorkstrand on the power play. His 6th with the final tally to make it a 4-1 final. 24-17 shots on goal, St. Louis. 28-27 faceoffs, St. Louis. 0 for 2 power play, St. Louis. 2 for 4 for Tampa. That's outstanding. 27-10 hits, Blues. 16-15 blocked shots, Blues. 14-11 giveaways, though, Blues. And 6-5 takeaways, Tampa. Game 2 of the 2-game season series will be in St. Louis January 16th. 3 stars of the game. Radish for a goal and 2 assists, a 3-point night. Vasilevsky for making 23 saves on 24 shots. And Falk for a goal. Falk's goal was... for the only goal for St. Louis. Okay, interesting. Let's see. Yeah, please do me a favor. Hit the like button on the video. Subscribe if you enjoy what we're doing here. 2-1 or both does help with getting the channel to be recommended to other potential viewers, which will help me grow the channel. And I thank you all for your support. Let's see. We got all right. We got 14 likes. I do appreciate you being here. Thanks for everybody who chatted in the live chat. Yeah, we did pick up a couple subs. I do appreciate everybody's kind words and supporting the channel. Ha, I just like the Kings because I like the players. But yeah, I hear you most of the time. Like if you're from Chicago, you don't like New York or the Chicago area or Midwest. You don't like New York and LA teams. But all right, thanks, Piggy. Thanks for being here. Thanks, John Jansen, for being here. I do appreciate it. Yes, thanks again, Piggy. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of a break here. We'll check in one more time. 19:17 to go in the third. Flyers 1, Canucks 0. Looks like the Niners kicked a field goal and the Colts have the ball with 1:51 to go first half. All right. Take care. Hope to see you in the next one. If not, hope to see you soon. And if I don't, have a wonderful holiday. Christmas, Hanukkah. What else? Wait. Sorry, maybe it's not Hanukkah. If I misspoke, I apologize. Wait, no, is it still Hanukkah? Maybe it is. I'm not sure. I think this is yeah. At any rate, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hope to see you soon. Thanks for being here. Till next time, take care. Simbin Stream signing out. Wishing you all the best, and bye-bye.